Well, hi, today we're going to go into a little bit of part two of the move from one house to another. On the previous video, I'll reference that in the link down here. Below the video, we rented one truck and moved plants. So many plants, it's ridiculous. We moved a lot of garden equipment, everything we had, but the moving companies don't move live plants. So we had no choice. The moving company would come due to a scheduling conflict several days later, and this is where we left off in part one. They arrived with all the regular furniture, the beds, the mattresses, the bookcases, all that heavy garden equipment like that big planting table, my shelving and everything. Now this is a throwback to when we were loading it at the other end of Dayton. The guys toted all this stuff up the hill. They told me I didn't have to collapse these shelvings and things, but somehow, and they must be very, very good at, is it Tetris, where you load things in and fit things together? But meanwhile, I am trying to dig out all my Hypertufa troughs here in the front, and I was successful in most of them, but as you can see, this one right here, it broke apart when I tried to touch it and lift it and bring it out of its spot where it was. Now, I don't know if it's because it's been there for such a long time, never been moved, or somehow deteriorated for some reason, but it just, the bottom did not come up with the top, and I was not going to try to fix it. So I just kind of lifted that portion of my plant, took the plant with me, of course, but left the Hypertufa. Now, I would have thrown that into the garbage can for the new owners, but it was full of ants, so I wasn't going to do that. Meanwhile, we have to say farewell to my big Hypertufa. It was just too heavy for anyone to move. We couldn't do it. They had to truck everything up up the hillside from the bottom deck, and it was just very, very hard for them. Now myself, I wanted to thrash and dig. I wanted this Roseanne geranium, but I didn't. I left it for the new owners. See, here comes this guy. He seemed to end up with all the heavy things. I don't know why, but there he comes with Jerry's compressor. But these plants and everything that I took here, I was able to move those easily in my first load. Meanwhile, over at the house, we'd painted, put in new flooring, well, had it done, put in the new flooring. I have a galley kitchen here with a kitchen window and everything, which I think I'm going to love. Haven't had a kitchen window in a while, in at least 3 years, and got a big, large ledge in the front living room. So I'm really going to enjoy that. Now, these are some of the items that I managed to take with me. I did pull a lot of my hens and chicks because I wanted a good start for the new home, and I pulled some heuchera. There was a lot of heuchera at the old property, and so I did pull out some to bring with me because it was just pretty. It grows so well, and I want to integrate it in between some of these bushes. Now, the hummingbird feeders went up, got those all ready. The hummingbirds have been visiting. The bees are a big competition over here for the hummingbirds, so I don't know if I can figure out something to do for them in that manner, but I guess that remains to be seen. Now I have a much tinier little patio back here. We hope to fix that next year. We want to pour a new driveway and new patio and sidewalks, but that's going to have to wait until we get over the expense of this move. Now there's another heuchera over here. I can't remember these names. I want to say Sunset or something like that, Sunglow, but I really do like these. I'm going to incorporate these all around my hedges and bushes, the ones that I can keep control of, these smaller ones. Some of these larger ones, I think they're going to be history. I really don't care for this gigantic one here, but I hope I don't think it's too bare looking when we get rid of it. We'll talk more about my bird bath later. But this is my plant room. One of the bedrooms is going to be my plant room. I've only got one of them in here. I decided to take the two black fixtures, plant shelves for myself, and this one doesn't have the lights attached, but that one still did. So I've got some of the plants in there and ready to go, but I'll have to hook up lights in the other so that I can get the remaining plants that I'm planning to conserve for the winter. Now the aquariums rode in the back seat of the car and drove over here. So did some of the smaller plants, but most we were able to transport in the big truck. I've got the Hoya and the string of pearls put up. That Hoya is still blooming. It started blooming for me in February, if you recall some old videos, but it's still blooming. I don't know if it's so prolific or I'm just lucky this year, but I love it, and I think I'm going to enjoy the new house. But thanks for joining me. I did bring some balloon flowers. Gotta love my balloon flowers. I'll attach a video I think you might like, but thanks for watching.